love the begging.
Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight quiz night. My name is John, and I am joined for a start by Anastasia70, who has resubbed for 5 months. Welcome back into the FBF Nights. Law is also here. Rogue is in the chat, but Rogue is also here with us, waving above me here. Say hi, Rogue.
Hi, Rogue.
Ben is over there.
Rogue.
Say hi, Ben.
Hello! Don't forget to give me all of your answers as quickly as you can before John can tell you not to.
Do not give Rogue or Ben or Jen any of your answers.
Thank you very much, Anastasia.
And
Love you.
I appreciate that there's now a sign. I have not been around for that sign before.
And we are also joined by the Angel Games player.
What? Huh? Who? How?
I'm sorry, I didn't give you the briefing of say hello.
Oh. Hello, chaps. How you doing today? I trust everything's going swell.
Who are
Someone
you?
broke.
This is what
Someone broke
happens.
Angel. Someone broke Angel.
This is what happens when you break into someone's room and record them, John.
They reset to factory settings. Oh no.
Why is the factory settings Downton Abbey?
Because
That's
that's
the
where the
same-
factory I was made was. Well, actually, no. I'm a Norfolk girl, so it's kind of more like this, yo. Bruv, I really don't know what you're asking.
Look, we are all British. We all of the British model of human. Therefore, according to U.S. stereotype, we all sound like we're from Downton Abbey.
those are the
Indubitably,
two.
sir.
Down-
Indubitably.
Downton Abbey or Essex.
Yeah, those are
One
the
of
two
the two,
accents
bruv.
you get in America.
Or bad Geordie.
Like,
I'm still angry about that one episode of Castle where they have a Geordie. Oh my
Anastasia says, "I'll set her to Spanish." Is what flashed through my
Hola!
head of the Buzz Lightyear getting reset to Spanish in, was that Toy Story 2 or 3? 2.
I have no idea.
It's
Lots
3.
lots of things have happened in those films. 2.
Yeah.
Anastasia says 2. Angel says 3. I guess the only thing for it is at some point we need to rewatch the films.
Oh, I thought you were going to start auditioning, giving out points when it's correct and it's free.
Honestly,
Yes,
law,
Anastasia.
Do it. Do it, John. Give us points.
Law, I hate to disappoint you, but we literally just went over the Twitch decency guidelines, and one thing we certainly cannot do is allow the best kind of wombles to womble free.
I know.
Not on
It's a
screen.
shame. But I was going to say when it comes down to it, I was just going to get ready to try and boost the numbers.
Keep that top on, Ben.
If you gift 10, if anyone gifts or 10 subs, Ben will undo one more button.
If we get up to 50 viewers tonight. No, higher. Higher. If we get up to 25. Me good number.
Just throwing it out there, Ben. 25 is not higher than 50.
Oh no, subs.
Did you call me?
Wait, what?
What are you throwing?
Nothing, honestly.
Oh, it's a...
Shade? I throw shade.
I believe
here's
that a
something-
separate conversation is currently happening at Angel's house.
I hope there's a separate conversation going on at Angel's house.
I hear something come crashing down the stairs. Turns out that my mom had set some recycling aside to come down because that's the bin that goes out this weekend. And one of our dogs loves playing with empty bottles, so he was playing with it and he knocked it down the stairs. And so she didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what it was. So we were both kind of like, the fuck?
Law says, the fact is, I considered spending 40 quid on something I get for free, just for a giggle.
I approve. Please do.
See, this is why I don't have a webcam, because I am so desperate for money. If the right price pops up, so it's just safer for everybody if I don't have a camera.
If someone gives
I love that
25 subs, we will buy Angel a webcam so that you can
have a
then.
webcam. I
We
have
just
a
don't let them
webcam.
use it.
We will put Angel on webcam.
We have done in the past.
We have.
It took a lot of
And it was-
tying down, but we did manage it. You know, got one chair, a lot of rope.
Anyway,
It was
We managed-
awkward.
let us focus on the family-friendly quiz we're doing.
Friendly
Oh, I'm
for
in the wrong
starting
place.
a-
Sorry, I've got to go.
Look, we're all very friendly to the concept of starting a family.
Exactly. We are incredibly friendly.
We
and this is
also
why we
need
make
to
sure that we
focus
give
on
answers
maybe
to each
getting
other.
some questions in at some point. I know this is a crazy concept for you guys, but let's get to the point where I can maybe do the intro, get some team names and get some questions going on this quiz stream.
That sounds like a full night's work.
So, this is the FBF quiz. We started this, 4 years ago now during the lockdown to keep people's brains active, and since then...
We failed.
We've failed. None of these people's brains are active, but we keep trying. I have 4 rounds of 10 questions. Each of these questions... Each of these rounds is on a different subject. This month we have possibly the most meta subject ever, in that the round 1 of this quiz is on last month's quiz.
Yeah, John just hates me.
So
This is my punishment for missing 2 months.
no, to be fair, Ben chose this. This is on Ben.
Ben, how
also
did I?
that-
When did I hurt you?
To be fair, though, this was a gag, in particular, aimed at Angel Mum, who is not here playing. I think I know a reason why Angel Mum is not playing this week.
You've been hoisted on your own petard and
There was
taken
only
me
one
with you.
comment
What?
last week when it came down to that. Yeah,
Only
Angel.
if you can.
Angel Mama is in the chat at the moment. She is apparently listening.
Brace yourselves.
She is apparently incoming. She is going on holiday shortly and is packing and recovering.
Say that again?
Yeah, don't say it again.
She is packing and recovering, so should be taking it easy.
No excuses. Get back in here. This was meant for you.
You were meant to be the chosen one.
I'm here, you big.
Ben.
Don't forget,
Alright, hold
family
on,
friendly.
guys. I am going
Right.
to disconnect since Mom's got it set up on her phone, so that we can both hear. So
Ben.
if you do that, I'm gonna hang up.
Yes.
What would your team name be?
Questing again.
She's on Twitch! How are we gonna do this? Hold on. Oh, wait, no, I have an idea. Okay, turn your sound off. I did. Okay, and so if I turn that up, do you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you say something. Hello?
Ah!
Uh-huh.
I mean, hi.
Alive!
It's all
Angel
Ben.
Mother lives.
Ruth.
John, when you get up here, I'm really gonna need you to help me fix my speakers because we're listening to you guys through my headphones maxed out. Because
Phone stand.
Ruth Law
Because
says that she misses you.
I don't know when, but for some reason, at some point, my speakers just stopped working, and they haven't.
Fabulous. Ruth,
Oh, God,
Law
that's
says
awful.
she misses
Hang on,
you.
let's see if I can get into Discord.
Can you guys hear me at all? Paging
We can
Norfolk.
sort of hear you. You're just really quiet.
Can
but
any
let
of
me see.
Norfolk hear me?
Here we
This
go.
is ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Rogue, while that happens, whatever that is, Rogue, what is your team name?
Oh, I have the faintest idea. I kind of just want to go with ground control right now.
It's in now.
I was gonna say I'm hearing him typing.
Yeah.
Plug in now. I'm at 40.
Oh,
Is the mic on? Can you guys...
Hello, can you hear us now, Norfolk?
Yes, sorry. Sorry, we're here. Can you hear us?
hey.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Ruth,
Yes.
Law says she misses you.
Oh, I miss her too. She's my snuggle bag. And I wanted the 40 quid, so whatever she sees for free, I get to see for her 40 quid.
Angel, what would you like your team name to be?
Heart feather, because it's February.
And Angel Mama.
Right. So hang on. So Romeo finds Juliet, thinks she's dead, but she's only sleeping, so he kills himself, and then she drinks poison?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Poison Maiden.
Oh,
That's
my
how I
God.
feel about it.
I was going to say, that was a really long name if we were going to go through
I was
all
gonna
of that.
say, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love for you to. I might do that next time.
Honestly, Poison Maiden sounds like an all-female cover band for Iron Maiden, and
Yes,
We're
I'd see
here
the
for
shit
that.
out of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought you were just gonna go with bad life choices.
No, that's you.
Just regret. That's the title. Regret.
Right.
Major regret.
Oh,
No.
Yes,
yes,
there's-
calling Major Tom.
This is indeed a family-friendly stream.
Friendly to the
At the-
families that are involved in the stream as well.
Sure.
Let's get on with round one. Before we start, though, the standard reminder that if you are in the chat, do not share your answers, despite what Ben is currently saying. Do not share your answers with anyone in the chat. Save it until we have marked the answers. It just makes it that much more fun for everyone involved.
He went down earlier to keep an eye.
Yeah.
Sorry, John, I was just telling the cockwomble that our internet went down earlier today, so we might just suddenly disappear, and if that's the case, I apologise.
No
We've
problem.
been forewarned, so I'm forewarning you.
Excellent. My
Great.
internet is having fun times at the moment as well, because it is Saturday evening, and it always seems to have some trouble with Saturday evening. But let us get on with answering some questions. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep.
that's far too bright.
I'm gonna keep the timer at 1:30 for this first round.
Yeah, but it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so, question one of the round of how much do you guys remember from what we spoke about last month?
0.
What was different about my microphone during the stream last month?
Ooh.
What was different about my microphone during the stream last month?
What did I have for breakfast?
I don't think you had anything because you don't eat.
No, and coffee. And he wants me to remember last bloody month.
Coffee is not a breakfast.
Yes, it is to me.
You've got to have at least 2 coffees for it to be considered a breakfast.
Yeah,
I've
take
gotta
the
be-
size of their
it's
coffee
got-
cup.
I'll say, yeah, you have to have enough coffee for it to be considered a bowl of coffee soup.
Yeah, I
Super-
had 3 coffees, and they were all drank before noon.
Super Bissy says, I'm here to see Angel fail spectacularly.
And
She
that
were
can be done. That can be done. You just need to give me your answers. Give me all your answers by personal DM, and we can make that happen.
Do not give Ben the answers. Please do not give Ben the answers.
they were here last month, they won't know the answers.
And ironically, like, that was so unsettlingly like the Still at Bang advert voice.
Bang, and the answers are gone.
Bang, and your score is cleared.
Thank you.
And also...
I'm waiting for the point where I get negative points for the sake of doing that all the time.
Honestly, I sort of love that as a bit. Like, every time John notices you put up the Give Me Answers card,
I need to
lose
get,
a point.
I need to get the klaxon sound from QI to do that as well.
I was going to say, this quiz should be QI points, because they make no sense.
Next question.
Whose line is it anyway?
How many minutes pass in 2001 A Space Odyssey before the first line of dialogue? Do we still have you, Norfolk, by the way?
Yeah, you do, and I think it was the one that got closest without going over was the response you gave.
Yeah.
Or the caveat.
That was a caveat I gave last month. I will give the same caveat this month. How many minutes passed in 2001 A Space Odyssey before the first line of dialogue in the film?
Yeah, sorry, that was just me turning off my Discord, so I didn't add to our.
Oh, we were double dipping?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we lose them?
Law would like to commission a burning that just says, don't, for me to be able to hold up.
No! That's not fair. Using commissions against me.
Do you know what's really unfair? I now have, despite the fact that I tried to predict what happened last month, I can't get David Bowie out of my head now. And I blame all of you, including the chat, especially the chat, for putting that in my head.
You're welcome.
And you make it sound like it's a bad thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know the rest of the lyrics to Major Tom. I just have ground control to Major Tom. Da, 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 da.
Now it is time for
Could someone start typing
3.
them into the chat so that we can have the lyrics?
Hello.
Maybe we'll give Rogue a chance.
Question 3. Question 3 this month. Who correctly answered that question last month? Who correctly answered how many minutes passed in 2001 A Space Odyssey before the first line of dialogue correctly last month?
I think I shaved my face.
Who was here last month? Was it the usual culprit? Did we have a Jeff?
We all took the month off.
Yeah, no one was here really. You know?
Jeff hasn't been in a while, actually. I miss him desperately.
It was Ben, Angel, and Angel Mama, I believe.
It was just us 4 again, wasn't it? Ben, you were here last month, weren't you? Yeah, you were, because we gave you shit. So, yeah.
I know. That's why I did the gag.
Yeah. My backpack's nearly full, and I still need to find room for my medication. And since that comprises of nearly 1,000 tablets for 30 days...
Yeah, that's really a lot of space.
I mean,
yeah.
I have heard of a method where you hear about people taking drugs across the counter. But you thought of a condom.
Yeah, I'm not shoving them up my...
By the way, anyone in the viewers, don't do that. Terrible idea.
Especially if they're not also like separately packaged. If it's like a pill you'd swallow and it's a collection of those in a condom, you'll be fine. Do not do that with powders, because if that condom bursts, you are Oh boy!
I mean, I'm just
That's why
gonna
Oh, boy.
throw it out there. Don't.
I was gonna say, just no. Just no.
Just don't. Don't.
That's why you ask a friend to do it instead. No.
Don't be a
Don't.
mule.
Yeah, here at Final Boss Fight, we don't even endorse booze cruises. The very popular holidays from the 80s. We definitely don't endorse getting high cruises or whatever else you call it, or being a drug mule. Please do not use our advice to be a drug mule. We do not claim responsibility for you, nor are we insured.
Just don't listen to anything that Ben or Rogue tell you to do ever. And we'll be
Don't
fine.
forget to drink your water, have plenty of fruits and vegetables.
That one you can.
Very necessary for a good life.
Always buy safety matches. Don't just buy the really easy to light ones, because those can and will just go off. And always remember to watch what you're doing when you're holding a sword.
And
Never
wipe.
Only
Never
listen
point
to the
never
things
point-
that Ben and Rogue tell you to do after they've been told to not tell you what to do.
I will figure out this conundrum, John. The loophole there somewhere. I just need to find it.
Now it is time for question 4.
Question 4. I heard that.
Now it is time for question 4, and maybe people will stop speaking over each other and we'll have stream that people can understand and listen to. In a question in the multiple choice round about Michael Gambon's anecdotes, had this as a red herring distraction answer. After a night with the actor Peter Finch, he bought a small pub in Dublin rather than leaving said premises when asked. This wasn't one of Michael Gambon's anecdotes, but whose was it really?
Oh.
An anecdote shared in the round was after a night of drinking with the actor Peter Finch, he bought a small pub in Dublin rather than leaving said premises when asked to leave. That wasn't something Michael Gambon did, but somebody else did instead. Who did it? And Rogue, hopefully you'll be able to work out that some of these are questions that you can just answer from knowing things.
I mean, maybe,
you have a
but
lot of
I've just put down a shock answer for 4.
I will say that you have also realised that the countdown timer isn't counting down.
I hadn't realised that, so we'll just assume any minute now.
That's why there was anarchy, because we knew there was no clock.
No, there was a clock on the anarchy. There was not a clock on this question.
I'm worried about what Law's trying to do now. Please, no, just don't.
Don't on your screen here, so we can see what Lady Law's up to.
Why are you going to space?
No, I believe that's if I had lots
That's
of
where the
money.
millionaires
I'd
are
do
going,
that
that's how we get the money
instead of
back.
Space.
Oh, we don't need the volume.
I'm going to assume, yeah, she would buy a pub if she had lots of money instead of going to space.
If I had lots of money, I'd build housing, affordable housing for people.
Well, aren't you just the? I would buy one house for me, but with lots of land for all the dogs I'd rescue.
Anarchy is a good quiz name or drag name.
What was that?
Why not both?
Anna.
There we go, John. We need to find out when National Drag Appreciation Day is, and we'll do the quiz in drag.
Anarchy is a good quiz name / drag name. In case Ruth needed to hear that, what was being said there. We're going to go to question 5 now. Angel wanted the answer to be remote control anal beads in a question about cheating in which board game? Angel wanted the answer to be remote controlled anal beads in a question about cheating in which board game?
It's Monopoly.
Why did my best friend have to have a birthday last month? This sounds truly insane.
It was pretty amazing.
It was that whole section was definitely not family friendly.
Yeah.
We are, as repeatedly stated, we are friendly to the practice of creating a family.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Got the 3 kids.
John, what was the question again?
Angel wanted the answer to be remote controlled anal beads in a question about cheating in which board game?
Well, I'm bold.
He doesn't care. He just wanted you to say
Yeah.
anal beads again.
Yeah,
It's one of those
exactly.
things.
No, I had
There's-
genuinely forgotten the question.
They suspected him of cheating when his eyes were crossed. And he was shaking. Couldn't quite reach the pieces.
I have an answer that I want to be a penalty for.
Oh,
Well, if you have an answer, give me the answers.
5
Laura
seconds.
says we are so family friendly. Anna LB.
I think that's a good one for Ben. Ben, I think, looks like an Anna L. Bede.
I leave him in bed and he won't lay on the floor.
It is now
Yeah,
time
exactly.
for question 6.
He's a naughty puppy.
It is now time for question 6.
Thank goodness.
In relation
Right.
to last month's quiz, what is Thea the name of? Theia. What is Thea the name of?
Can you spell that acronym again?
It's not an acronym. Theia.
Does it count if I just get the category, or do I have to be very specific?
Fairly specific. It is a thing that
Can you
came
repeat
up
that
in
question?
the quiz. What is Thea the name of? What
No,
is
Lord, it isn't.
Thea the name of?
I feel like that we do go
There
silent
are
every now and
other.
again.
There are things that aren't anal beads. Like
Are you
we can
boring?
discuss other things in the chat.
Stop trying to open that can of worms.
No, law.
This is my life. I have 2 dogs that are in the house. The back door is wide open and the heat is on.
Got to go refill my water bottle.
No, the real
No,
question
5
with plugs
seconds.
is whether or not they have a little external decoration or not.
Now it's time for question 7.
Just to cut me off.
Now it is time for question 7. What was unusual about the second round of the quiz last month? What was unusual about the second round of the quiz last month?
We behaved ourselves. It's-
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah, what was unusual about?
Yeah.
If you can't tell, apparently my brain is very suggestible to music today.
Oh, I mean, that's not
That was
unusual.
question 7, right?
Correct.
Okay, good.
That's very true. That's like every quiz. Just what you do to me, John.
This is how you remind me.
Of what I
Oh,
really
no.
am.
My
God, I
eldest just
remember
came
that
in
when
and asked if he could say hi from him, and you're asking questions not for kids. Oh no. My eldest came in and asked if I could say hi from him, and I said you're asking questions not for kids because I was being inappropriate. I blamed you.
Theo, it's not true! It's not true, Theo!
Mummy was being naughty.
Wait, Law, has child left the room? Because otherwise this quip is definitely
that's a
not
good point.
safe for children.
Underground, overground, warm below free.
He has left the room.
So tonight you are not Milady Law, you are Harlot Law.
Yeah.
We're now going to go to question 8 because the timer is up.
Okay.
Not just to cut me off.
Not just to cut you off, but also doing that. What was mean about the question Gloucester in the cheese or service station round? What was mean about the question Gloucester in the cheese or service station round? Milady is all.
Lady is one with all of us.
Oh, what's the Alanis Morissette song?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to be more specific.
The one about where she's everything. Or is that not Alanis Morissette?
Well, Law has posted a tune in Spotify that I won't be clicking on at the moment because copyright.
I will. Oh my. Those are lyrics.
Not the one with the ship, is it?
No, it's a song called My Lady by Dorian Electra.
Probably know if I heard it on the radio, but I'm useless about knowing songs by.
I don't even know who Dorian Electra is, but they look like they had fun with their costumes.
Oh, good for them.
That's definitely very niche and is getting onto a playlist.
All I can say is that Lady Gaga seems to have fun seeing how little she can get away with on her videos.
I think Lady Gaga stopped being risque 8 years ago.
And it is now time for question 9.
And that's when her music stopped.
Which celebrity or famous person appeared in a multiple choice question that everybody wanted the answer to be all of the options? Which celebrity or famous person appeared in a multiple choice question that everybody wanted the answer to be all of the above? The answer wasn't all of the above, but everybody wanted it to be all of the above.
What was the question?
Ah, that's the question, isn't it?
No, the question's what one of the answers was.
Who's on first? Which celebrity or famous person appeared in one of the multiple choice questions last month that everybody wanted the answer to be all of the above? I can't tell you the question from last round without telling you who the celebrity is.
Well, I look forward to sharing my completely uninformed answers with you, John.
Well, you were
You mean you
briefed.
didn't research?
I intended to, but then I needed to buy food.
Oh, doesn't
You-
that suck? You've got money and then you realise you have to eat.
You were
I
briefed
know.
on what the round was.
You briefed me on one round. I had to chase you for the rest of them.
Yeah, but you were briefed on the one that you can actually research and do the homework for.
No. This is my thing though. I don't do the research. It's what do I just happen to know?
I know, it's not quite as much fun.
I'm
Sometimes
raw,
that's the word we
uninformed.
Well, finally, it is time for question 10. Why was room 237 used in The Shining? Why was room 237 used in The Shining?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I need to behave myself now.
It's not a quiz. It's a guess.
I would like to apologise for my behaviour, John. I've been a little off the rails. I think the sugar got to me.
He doesn't mean it.
Have you been drinking some mead by any chance?
No, I've not. Maybe I should. No. That might lead to bad things.
Mellow you out. For Christmas, I bought my brother 2 hand-carved horns and 2 bottles of mead.
That sounds a very cool present.
Mm.
They thought that was brilliant. And then I got photos of my brother posing with all the various places he could place the horn on his body and make it move.
That's
Well,
So
why
you got photos of him being very horny.
Yeah, very much. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It is
Sometimes
now
horns,
time
sometimes both.
for some answers.
Mm.
And we're going to start with Ben. What was different about my microphone last month?
You were having to hold it by your hand.
Correct.
Oh,
The-
I said it was in your mum's house.
The mic stand had broken, and so I was holding the mic by hand throughout the stream.
I don't remember that, but I kind of remember
He
that.
talked about it like right at the beginning. Question: I didn't say you were holding it. I just wrote that there was a broken stand. Can I still have the point?
You can have a point for that.
Cool.
So the microphone wasn't in any way new.
No, the microphone this month is new because of that.
Ooh, lovely.
But it had happened literally that day while we hung this curtain.
Fancy dancy.
Rogue.
Yeah, Angel drew me a floor plan, so I have a better idea of what the flat is like. And
Cool.
now I know how to break in.
I knew that was what was following.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll see it coming. I'll set up the Home Alone traps.
Oh, wonderful.
Rogue, how many minutes pass in 2001: A Space Odyssey before the first line of dialogue?
12 minutes.
Angel.
16.
Angel Mama.
23.
Ben.
34.
Angel Mama gets it. She was closest without going over. It's 25 minutes. Angel, who answered that correctly last month?
I feel like it was Rogue.
Well, I'm gonna disappoint you here.
I'm flattered.
Rogue wasn't here last month, which is why he's complaining so much about this round.
Yeah.
Angel Mama, who got that question right last month?
I did.
You did.
Yes, I did.
But also, proving that you guys don't learn anything, you also answered 23 last month.
That's why it probably stuck in my head.
So yeah, that you did, yes. You did answer it correctly last month.
It's an awfully long time. People don't realise it's such a chunk of the movie before
Yeah.
dialogue occurs. But there is a lot going on.
That is
Yeah.
about what I remember. It was just that it's a big time before it all starts off.
Mm.
I can't remember what time it was.
The nickname for my
I don't
account
even
is
watch that film.
Oh, my bank account for Barclays greets me by saying, "Hello, Hal."
Angel Mama, whose
Yes.
anecdote was that?
You know what? It was Peter O'Toole, and I remember because I thought that wasn't the red herring, and I said it sounded like more like a thing Peter O'Toole would do, and you said, funnily enough,
It was.
it was. I nearly
so
wrote
yeah.
Peter Cushing, and I thought, no, I'm Peter.
I put Peter Sellers at first, but then I remember you saying something about tools, and so
It kicked in, yeah.
My answer was very wrong.
What was your answer, Rogue?
Enoch Powell?
Yeah, no, he didn't do that.
No.
Ben, which board game did somebody cheat at with remote-controlled anal beads?
Yes. Well, which one? Well, you wanted which one? Angel wanted it to be controlled by. Yeah.
It also did happen to be the right answer. Angel
But
just
actually-
wanted it to be.
But it wasn't anal beads. It was an anal plug. Well, the same as a vibrating anal plug, but still.
What's the answer, Ben?
It's chess.
Chess.
Oh, right, okay.
Chess.
To scroll back up
It was
to
a
my...
Russian, wasn't it?
What was that?
Didn't you say it was a Russian?
No, I said it was a Russian. I can't remember what nationality it was.
Oh,
But
okay.
I remember watching a documentary about it because someone actually figured out and made a second one to prove the theory. And found out that it didn't take much vibration once it's up there for you to actually use it as a communication device with an AI which knows how to play chess properly.
I'm not even going to go there. No, I could have sworn John mentioned the player, but
The player involved was... in here somewhere.
I just literally watched a Nigerian play against 10 people in chess and won every single game just walking around.
Did he have a big smile on his face?
One of the strangest cheating scandals in chess
He
history.
danced with everybody the first time he went around, and then the second time he went around, he just looked at the board and moved a piece, and he just did that, and he literally just kept walking around. Some of them he did, it was like 8 moves and the game was over, and others it was quite involved, but 10 people at the same time kicked their asses. It was just magic to watch.
Have you ever seen Darren Brown do that?
Yes, I was going to mention the exact same thing.
I think that's probably where this guy got the idea from, because this was a recent, like really like in the last week kind of video. So
basically, the way Darren Brown did it is he paired everybody up so that as he was walking around, he made the play that the other, like, he had 10 of them, like, he had, I think it was 12 people or 13 people, and 6 of them were playing white, 6 of them were playing black, and then one, it didn't matter who was going first or second. He was only playing one game. The other 6 people were playing the 6 people on the other side of the group from them. And he would just copy the move of the person playing white on one side to the person playing black on the other.
Right.
And so he would win 6 of the games, and then he just had to either win or lose the one game he was playing on his own.
Oh.
When it came down to that side of things, it was basically using the tactics by the players which he'd been playing against to try and defeat the last person. Basically, how to beat multiple people at games of chess when you don't know how to play chess.
It just, I mean, I could play chess and I could play fairly decently. I'm probably rusty right now, but it's a very good game, but my brain couldn't do more than one game at a time.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things that some people who are trying to go for like high-end chess play do, because you see it in the Queen's Gambit. Like, she plays 20 people at once, I think. Like a hazing ritual.
Yes.
moving us along.
Sorry,
Right.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Just assuming we have some time limits. What is Thea the name of, Rogue?
I believe she's the name of a Greek goddess.
That is probably accurate, but not in the context of what we were asking last month. Angel, can you remember what Thea is the name of?
I just remembered her being a Greek goddess. Sorry.
Angel Mama?
I had her actually down as a Norse/Viking goddess of the earth or nature.
Ben?
I said fear itself. There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Thea, in the context that we spoke about it last month, was a planet.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Planet X.
It is a planet that is thought to have crashed into the Earth and caused the moon, which
Yeah.
scientists
cool.
found evidence of within the Earth last year.
Right, yeah, within the earth. Sorry, wrong one. But yeah. Now you say it, I remember, but it's too late.
Thea is also, you are correct, a Greek goddess, possibly Roman.
Well, the Romans would have borrowed her.
No, Greek goddess. She was the goddess of sight and vision.
Well, she wasn't looking real good when she
Yeah.
slammed into Earth, was she?
Wasn't looking where she was
Yeah.
going at one point and hit the Earth.
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Yeah.
But
Angel,
Maybe that's where the dinosaurs went.
what was unusual about the second round of the quiz last month, Angel?
You could only come up with 9 questions?
Correct.
Oh, damn. I was really proud of my answer for this one.
What did you put?
What'd you put?
It finished on time.
That never happens. Don't be silly, Rogue.
By the way, we've now run out of time for this evening, so it's been an absolute pleasure.
Angel Mama, what was mean about the
Gloucester.
what was mean about the question Gloucester in the cheese or service station round?
Because it was both.
It was indeed a trick question. It was both. Which I
Yes!
think Rogue got.
Yes, I did. Hence my enthusiasm. Yes.
It would be a very weird reaction to have had that reaction if you hadn't got it. So, Ben, can you remember the celebrity that everybody wanted the answer to be all of the above?
I'm not entirely sure, but I remember just talking a lot about. So, Stephen Hawking?
I'm afraid not. Rogue.
Damn.
Michael Palin.
Angel.
I couldn't even remember what the question was.
Angel Mother.
David Bowie.
The correct answer for this question was Elon Musk.
I was going to
I
ask
was thinking of putting that one down. I wasn't sure.
The question had been... I'll reread you the question at this point. It's been quite a year for Elon Musk, who saw the valuation of X, formerly Twitter, halve during his tenure as owner. Its ad revenue decreased by 89%, and he received glowing condemnation for racist and anti-Semitic posts on the platform. He did, however, make it into the Guinness World Book of Records for which notable achievement in January. He was named the world's most divorced man. He registered the single biggest loss of net worth in financial history. His hair transplant was named the most successful in medical history, or the emeralds in his father's mine were judged to be the purest ever discovered. People wanted it to be all of those.
Mm-hmm.
I only want the first 3 because the fourth one suggests something nice for the Musk family.
Rogue, do you happen to know what the correct answer is for that question?
Oh, What, genuinely?
Genuine, that multiple choice question.
I think it was the second one because of the company
Correct.
valuation.
He registered
I
the
got that
single
one
biggest.
right.
He registered the single biggest net loss in loss of net worth in financial history. Go
It's making up
Musk.
for it now.
Woo. And finally, Rogue. Why was room 237 used in The Shining?
I have written something to do with prime numbers.
Angel.
Didn't it deal with it not actually being a hotel room number in the hotel they were using?
Correct.
Woohoo.
The hotel that they were using as a filming location, in the book, it mentions the room being 217, and the hotel has a room 217, and they said to Stanley Kubrick, no one's going to want to stay in that room if it's the haunted room. Can you use a different one?
Immediately regretted it the moment.
So he did. He used room 237, which doesn't exist.
I do want to know now the figures of the amount of people that go to that hotel wanting to stay in that room.
Yeah. There's got to be several 100,000, probably.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a lot of people who'll do that. Ben, how did you score that round?
I got a 5 out of 10.
Ground control.
2 for this week and 1 for last. Sorry, 2 for this month and 1 for last month.
Heart feather.
I got 6.
And poison maiden.
7.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ben's approach of making a teasing round for.
To be
Angel
fair,
Mother
it was
apparently...
literally based off of the fact that you said there'd be no way in hell you would remember this.
Yeah.
You thought it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna do this. I
Yeah.
want to run based on this one.
It was a really neat round, Ben.
That's kind of a neat idea.
We now move on to. We're not doing that every month. That was not easy to do, and would be very bad to do it every single month because we'd start asking questions about questions asked about questions asked about. It would eat in on itself, but we can probably revisit it at some point.
It would be a little self-indulgent.
The temptation to say, okay, I want a round based on the exact same bump, the exact same question again.
It's just like every couple of months. How many times has Ben asked for the answers verbally or with a since last quiz?
Okay. This next round is titled Which Lord of the Rings film? It's a simple concept. I have a selection of things that may or may not have occurred in the Lord of the Rings films, and you have to tell me which of the films it happened in. The correct answer can be none of them. I am including there are there is at least one question from the extended edition.
Out of curiosity, can any of the answers be in multiple films?
No. They are, as far as I believe, if it does occur in a film, it occurs in one of the films.
Are we just talking the Peter Jacksons?
We are talking the Peter Jackson trilogy of The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, or Return of the King.
Okay.
Oh, so no Hobbit trilogy.
Not the Hobbit trilogy.
I was more worried whether or not you were actually going to use the Lord of the Rings animated movie.
No.
Which one?
Exactly.
Howdy, Shan.
It's good to see you.
So I'm going to drop this down.
Don't forget to give me your answers.
Do not give Ben your answers. That's one on the count.
Do it.
I'm gonna
drop
the question timer down to a minute. And we're going to start this round with the question. The members of the Fellowship all attempt to cross a bridge, but one doesn't make it across. Which Lord of the Rings movie does that happen in? The members of the Fellowship all attempt to cross a bridge, and one does not make it across. Which film is that?
I thought I'd say this, but I don't remember many bridges in Lord of the Rings.
Well,
there aren't a lot.
Well, I suppose it's a three.
It happens in one of the films, or it doesn't happen in them.
Yeah, I should have learned to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. You have 10 seconds before we move on.
9, 10, 7, 6, 5,
2, 1.
4, 3. Oh.
Question 2. Sam uses Sting to kill some orcs. Which Lord of the Rings movie does that happen in? Sam uses Sting to kill some orcs. Which Lord of the Rings movie does that happen in?
It's worrying how many.
Oops, sorry.
After you.
Well, I was just saying the problem for me is going to be, did it happen in the movie, or do I remember reading it and I was just able to visualize it because I've seen the movies?
That's the fun part.
See, my problem is I also have far too many Lord of the Rings video games in here. It's like, was that in the game or was that in the film?
I don't remember any of them that let you play as Sam, which is a shame.
Oh, yeah, no, there's. Oh God,
There is. There's
Is there?
it was one where you can play as.
Don't say the name because it'll give away a film.
Okay, good point.
No, but there was a very good one for the PS2.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I think I remember that one. Actually, yes.
Actually, I might have it on these shelves here.
Well,
This is
don't get
where
it
I want
out
my
because it
PS2
might
game.
give away the film.
I'm not going to get it out. I'm just going to look. All of that sounds weird out of context.
I was going to say, anyone who comes in right now, all of a sudden their family-friendly vibe is gone again.
We now have the next question. In which Lord of the Rings movie does Haldir die? In which Lord of the Rings movie does Haldir die? Sean says they have no answers to give, just bees.
Well, so long as they're freebies, we'll take them.
I'm covered in bees. I like my women like I like my coffee. Covered in bees.
I don't like my coffee like that at all. It's a dreadful way to have coffee.
It is odd. I'm covered in bees.
I like my women how I like my coffee. In a cup.
Covered in bees.
I like my women like I like my coffee. With a spoon.
Yeah.
It's now question the next one.
4.
Thank you. In
No,
which
4
Lord...
isn't a part of this one. That's a different. That's the Marvel universe.
In which Lord of the Rings movie do Legolas and Gimli insist that the other is the better warrior, agree that they've been childish, and make a pact not to make a competition out of every battle?
Oh, that's a. Oh.
To repeat that, also because we're coming back from an ad break. In which Lord of the Rings movie do Legolas and Gimli insist that the other is the better warrior, agree that they've been childish, and make a pact not to make a competition out of every battle?
That is a damn good question. Hey, John, can you give me the answer on that one? Just send me a message.
No. No.
Ben's groaning upset my dog.
The next question. I will give you the next question, which is question 5. In which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "I know it's working, run"? In which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "I know it's working, run"?
The Dark Knight.
I'm Batman, Mr. Frodo. I'm not a member of Sauron's elite, I'm just Batman.
I'm not wearing armor. Oh, God.
So one of my favorite Lord of the Rings games was the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 PC game.
Did it feature Batman?
No, it did not.
Oh.
But you clearly referencing the Witch King of Angmar, and the expansion to Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 lets you play as the Witch King of Angmar destroying the Kingdom of Arnor,
Yeah,
which is such a
nice.
great campaign. It's a really good campaign.
To be fair,
And then apparently the elves have swan knights, and they're fucking terrifying.
I do also very much enjoy the Shadow of series, which is basically Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight Mordor.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is great.
I do need to get the final end. I do need to get the final ending for Shadow of War.
Yes.
Shadow of War, yeah. Because that one takes a lot of work.
Question 6. Ian Holm appears in The Fellowship of the Ring, and which other Lord of the Rings movie? Ian Holm appears in The Fellowship of the Ring, and what other Lord of the Rings movie?
I don't know who that is.
Wasn't he Dumbledore?
No.
Angel, focus.
Oh dear.
Oh, let's see.
If there's
Say the name again.
Ian Holm.
All right. Okay.
If there are any psychologists in the chat, I know I have ADHD. Can you please diagnose whether or not the rest of us do?
No.
So you said it was in which one and what other one?
He appeared in The Fellowship of the Ring and another one. Or he didn't.
Is John lying to you?
Constantly,
but, it's also,
but that's not related to tonight.
It's also apparently been the time. So, in which film do Merry and Pippin contemplate whether they've seen Entwives in the Shire?
Lord of the Rings.
Sean says, you're going to have to wait 47 years. There's a backlog for ADHD diagnosis at the moment.
I know, that's why I was asking if anyone was in the chat, because then, evade the system.
That's why my niece has been waiting since she was 5 and she turns 20 this year.
Don't worry, hang on. I can help out. Let me put my glasses on.
Hand on heart, she's waited 15 years to get an ADHD diagnosis.
Right.
Don't tell.
I have no qualifications, but tell me when you started feeling these feelings.
When I was a little boy, I really liked to run around. And one time, I was on my giant Fisher-Price car, and I fell off it head first into a giant plant pot, which then flipped over on top of me, so I was inside the plant pot. My mum got very upset when she couldn't hear me in the garden because I was screaming from inside the plant pot, which muffled the noise. My mum had told me many times not to stand on top of the Fisher-Price car.
And now it's
And
time
that's the
for...
story of how I nearly got taken away by social services.
And now it's time for question 8. In which Lord of the Rings movie does Sam quit and go home because he's had enough, leaving Frodo to continue his quest alone? In which Lord of the Rings movie does Sam quit and go home because he's had enough, leaving Frodo to continue on his own?
Okay, this is a tricky one. As in, like, I feel like it's...
I will point out the wording in the question is important.
It is.
It's very true, because if you started talking about Toy Story in that one, it really wouldn't make any sense.
If, for instance, I had said, in which film did Sam get reset to factory settings and start speaking Spanish, you'd know I was not talking about Lord of the Rings anymore.
It was the second one.
Third one.
And the third one's with the stuffed toy that doesn't like him at the daycare.
Yeah, and it's the daycare where he gets reset to Spanish mode. The second one is where Woody gets kidnapped.
Reset because he gets beaten up by another space ranger.
No. In the second one, he does meet another space ranger.
They go down the aisle and they're all there.
Yeah, and they lock him in the and they put him in the packaging, but he doesn't get reset. He gets reset in the third one because Lotso takes his batteries out, and the other toys have to put them in because he finds out.
They have to get the instructions from the bookworm.
Yep, and then accidentally set him to Spanish mode.
But she's right.
For shouldn't sake, by the way, the Fisher-Price car I'm talking about was about waist high and an adult. It was big enough for a child to get in normally.
The yellow and red one, I assume.
Yeah,
the classic one.
Yeah, it wasn't just
people think that a smart car looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Not like something that's like you'd accidentally trip over.
There used to be someone who lived near me that had that full-size car. Who had that as a full-size car that you would sometimes see out on their driveway as like, there's my full-size Fisher-Price.
I yabba dabba do not want that car.
Okay, question 9. Elrond appeared at Mount Doom. Which Lord of the Rings film did that happen in? Elrond was at Mount Doom.
It was a lovely holiday for her. Got an amazing tan, even though the sun wasn't out.
Tan needs air conditioning.
Doesn't have great room service either.
No.
Crappy ambiance.
And getting there is a slog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one simply does not walk in.
Yes.
That's so rude.
You have to make a reservation
book beforehand. Yeah.
Because they've got a backlog and there's only one room.
And that doorman.
Right. I mean, they've been trying to clean it for the last 100 or so years, but they
And you
carry
know
on
what?
dying.
This is when the words "the floor is lava" really mean something.
Oh, I'd love to see that in an actual film one day. Just sort of say that. The floor is lava! The floor is lava! Yeah, I'm game! No, the floor is lava!
The floor is literally lava. We're in a volcano, dude.
Haven't you noticed? It is pouring past us.
No?
See, I kind of love that as a premise for a film. Like, you know, like Jack in The Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
But like that sort of crazy level of power, but it's just like it's a kid discovering that they're actually like a reality bending sorcerer, and it's just parenting that. A child that can quite literally make the floor lava to play the game, the floor is lava.
And finally, question 10. If anybody wants to option that film, get in touch with Rogue. Question 10. In which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "Release the river"? In which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "Release the river"?
And I don't know, that sounds like it should have come from Serenity or Firefly.
Curiosity, may I ask a follow-up question?
Possibly.
Is it necessarily in that language?
I don't recall. I don't recall if it is subtitled or not.
For what is essentially a 4-answer multiple choice round, that was that's tougher than I was expecting it to be.
It also turns out I forgot to start the timer on that question too.
I thought you had. I was looking again. It's like, geez, have we gone past it already?
Poor man's making sure you guys don't say anything that's not family friendly, and he has to remember the timer. Come on, give him a break.
That's a whole 2 things.
It's so many
He
things.
hasn't even got a buzzer yet.
Does everybody have an answer for question 10?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the wrong one, but I've got an answer.
Is everybody ready for question 1 answers time? And I'm going to say Rogue. The members of the Fellowship all attempt to cross a bridge and one doesn't make it across.
I don't think that's in any of the films.
Angel.
No, it is in the films. Oh, I remembered it now. Oh, and I can't change my answer now, can I, John?
No.
Damn
Angel.
it.
It's the first one.
Yeah, it's the Fellowship of the Ring. It's in the Mines of Moria where Gandalf falls.
That's why I said,
Lie,
you
you fools.
Well,
Angel.
that defeats the merits of the phrase "does not make it." He does throw himself off the bridge.
He doesn't make it across the bridge.
Oh god, I hate how I remembered that after I answered. I'm so angry.
doesn't make it. Anyways. Question 2.
Question 2. Angel. Sam uses Sting to kill some orcs.
Pretty sure it's in the third one when he's saving Frodo after he got stabbed by Shelob, wrapped in the web, and then the orcs found him and took him, and Sam took the ring and the sword and then went like Merc and saved him from the orcs that had taken him.
Correct. He didn't take the ring because I think Frodo keeps the ring under the webbing.
No, he took the ring.
Does he take the ring?
He took the ring so the orcs wouldn't find it.
Yeah.
Because Frodo has a slight panic attack when he realizes Sam has it.
They stop and he realizes he's not wearing it.
Yeah.
Angel Mama.
Yeah.
In which Lord of the Rings movie does Haldir die?
I did the second one because I couldn't remember.
You are correct. Two Towers. Haldir is killed at the Battle of Helm's Deep. He was played by Craig Parker.
Haldir is a minor character in the books, but he's the leader of the elves that come and help.
The leader of the elves, the one that comes and says, men and elves fought once before.
Oh, the one who was like a Galadriel's.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, I didn't know what his name was. My bad. I put none because I didn't recognize the name. So
in the books, it's what I mean. You weep at that event, but in the film, it doesn't come across.
yeah, I mean they throw the music in to try and make it meaningful, but like I legit forgot that guy was even in there.
All right.
But he's a more minor character in the books. Weirdly.
Yes.
In which Lord of the Rings movie do Legolas and Gimli insist that the other is the better warrior, agree they've been childish, and make a pact not to make a competition out of every battle?
None. They keep that game going.
Yep, they never say that. Gimli does agree that he could die next to a friend near the end of the Return of the King, but it's not the same.
Never thought I'd die next to an elf. How about next to a friend?
I could do that.
I could do that.
And this is why there's so much Legolas and Gimli porn.
Let's not go there.
I mean, to be fair, the amount of stuff they do after the film also contributes to that. Rogue. In which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "I know it's working, run"?
Oh god. I've put Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes.
Oh, thank Christ. Is it the ferry scene?
Yes.
Nope.
There we go, thank God.
Merry says it to Pippin when they're... actually, no, it's not the ferry scene. It's the other
No,
end
no,
of
it's
the film.
fireworks.
Merry says to Pippin when they're trying to distract the orcs so Frodo can get away.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I got the right film for the wrong reasons.
Angel. Ian Holm appears in The Fellowship of the Ring. And what other Lord of the Rings movie?
That's you, hon.
I didn't hear him because people keep talking. The third one?
Correct.
Ian Holm was the elderly
Hello.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins,
Ah,
Bilby Boogans.
and was a very good android in Alien.
Yes.
Who became a very naughty android in Alien.
I totally thought he was the actor who played Dumbledore as well. So that's why I was confused. What?
Bilby Baggerbagbag.
Angel Mama. Angel Mama, in which Lord of the Rings film do Merry and Pippin contemplate whether they've seen Entwives in the Shire?
Right, I think it's the extended edition of The Two Towers when they're waiting for Treebeard, and they're talking about, well, they drink some of the water, and I think it's Pippin drinks some of the water, and he grows, he gets taller. And then they start talking about the different trees and how they, anyways.
Yes.
In the Shire that they used to be.
It is The Two Towers. It is in the extended version. I said there was going to be at least one question that featured from the extended version. I think they both drink the water, but I think Pippin drinks more.
Yeah, because he gets significantly taller.
In the in the book, at least the what do you call them? Appendixes. It mentions that they become the tallest hobbits ever. Because of that. Anyway.
I love that little bit of the story. It's very cute.
Ben. In which Lord of the Rings movie does Sam quit and go home because he's had enough, leaving Frodo to continue the quest on his own?
Well, 2 points I'd like to say on this one because this is none. One, because Frodo was with Gollum. And 2, because he never actually went home. He stayed behind and trailed.
Yes.
And 3, he didn't.
He also didn't quit. Yeah, he didn't quit. He was told
to him just to leave after Gollum set him up.
Yeah,
he was told to shove off.
Frodo asks Sam to leave because Gollum made him believe that Sam is being naughty. Sam doesn't want to go, and after finding proof that Gollum had lied, he goes back to find Frodo. Sam never says he's had enough and goes home.
Because Sam Gamgee makes fucking pacts and oaths to Gandalf.
And he drops no eaves.
And he can't carry the ring there, but he can carry you!
He's a fine gardener.
Rogue.
He likes his potato.
Dropping no eaves.
Rogue. Elrond is at Mount Doom. In which film, Rogue?
in Fellowship of the Ring?
Yes. Elrond
And
was
the
there
flashback.
after the battle. Try to get him to throw the ring in the fire.
When man throw it into the fire. The Isildur. When man. Yes, when man fucks up.
When man was man. See, if somebody had been given it to a woman, she'd been all like, a sticker ring. Off. Like, this guy's a voyeur? Ew.
Angel,
Yeah.
in which Lord of the Rings movie do we hear the line, "Release the river"?
Oh, God. I was having such a hard time. I think it's the second one.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
When they,
Oh, of course. It's
they break the
Treebeard.
dam.
Oh,
to
yeah.
drown the orcs and the orca and the goblins and whatever the fuck around
Yeah,
bad guy's tower.
because they were trying to use, like, the grates under the wall to get in.
Mostly, he releases the river to put out the fires that they're trying to set on the Ents. But it also does wash everything away.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a completely different scene, but I thought that was right, so...
I'm so annoyed. I
Yeah.
thought it was a reference to the river scene in
So did I.
Fellowship.
If,
So I think one of the elven lines translates to something like "release the river."
if
No,
it makes you guys feel any better,
Damn.
I
think
did
that's a
the
first.
same when I was doing the answers to this quiz.
My favorite part is I put down none because I was thinking of that one, thinking, oh no, the elf never says anything about that. It's the power of the river will keep them at bay, but never talks about releasing the river. But to get that, damn, I
Ben.
forgot about the ends doing that.
Ben,
Ooh,
how did you
Actually,
do?
fun.
I got 9 out of 10.
Rogue.
7 out of 10.
Heart Feather.
8.
And Poison Maiden.
10.
Well.
I'm disappointed in myself.
10 out of 10.
Bringing up the group, Rhea is ground control. And then tied for second place is Ben with questing again and Heart Feather. And in the lead with 17 points after 2 rounds is the Poison Maiden.
Thank you.
That's okay. She'll suck on the other 2 rounds and we can catch up.
Yeah. I don't know what the other I can't remember what the other 2 rounds are, but I mean, it's Lord of the Rings. I had a good shot.
Well, the next round, my answers are all mixed up this round, or my questions are all mixed up, because normally I do 10 questions on one topic. And I like to try and do, if we've got a seasonal month, if we've got a holiday, a big holiday in that month, I like to try and do a round about it. So we have the Christmas round, we have the Halloween round.
Easter.
This week we had Valentine's Day and Pancake Day in 1 week. So I've got questions on Valentine's and I've got questions on pancakes, and I've shuffled them all together into one big stack of questions.
I'm gonna suck on this round.
So there are 5 questions on Valentine's and 5 questions on Pancake Day, or pancakes.
So it's gonna be like a stack of pancakes where you've just put like crushed love heart candy in between each layer.
Yes.
By the sound of things, we've already missed it, because the first load of questions were going to be on Valentine's Day and the other ones are going to be on Pancake Day. We've missed them both.
It's quite bad. I have a pancake mix that's now 2 years old in my kitchen that I really should throw out, that I bought for Shrove Tuesday.
Make it.
It's
Make the
pancake mix.
pancake.
It ain't gonna go off. Probably like a Twinkie. Lasts forever.
Well,
Question 1.
Tastes nothing like a Twinkie. Right.
Question. I hope it doesn't. Question 1. In the Victorian era, mean-spirited Valentine's Day cards were called what Valentines? In the Victorian era, mean-spirited Valentine's Day cards were called Valentines.
Oh, it's just going to get
There's a whole mess of different ones that you could go for this, most of which are slightly derogatory to women. I
My
feel
answer
bad about
isn't.
how we are cultural. Oh, really?
No.
Are you sure it isn't, John?
I can be 100% certain that the answer that I have down is not derogatory to women unless you make a really big leap.
I'm looking forward to this.
Like, if you take the leap from this word that I have written down to being derogatory towards women, I think you've just broken the long jump record.
Wow.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the
I'm
first answer so
confident.
much now.
Question 2. Pancake Day is also called Shrove Tuesday, but what does shrove mean? Pancake Day is also called Shrove Tuesday, but what does shrove mean? And it is also not derogatory towards women.
I mean, you really got to stretch it to make something like this derogatory towards women. In my brain, I literally had to just go, no, shrove, not grove.
Why is it the moment you say that it's a real stretching to try and think of that? My brain immediately think, what could you say to try and turn it? No! Bad brain, not meant to do that. Naughty! Naughty brain! That is not good.
Rogue, you remember that request for ADHD tests?
Yes.
You might want a professional instead of me, I'll say that much at least.
No, I think just exposure to me is the test.
Question 3. What is the
Oh, God.
oldest known when was the oldest known Valentine's Day message written? When was the oldest known Valentine's Day message written?
I don't know about anyone else, but I've got a lot of cutting out there.
Yeah, same.
When was the oldest known Valentine's Day message written?
Oh.
No, go ahead. I'm not eating, so.
The door's open.
Yeah.
I just need one right now, so I'm back on the TV. But I'm going to be social again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm getting last this quiz, John. And it's nothing to do with the first round.
I'm back.
Okay, question 4. Pancake Day is also known as Mardi Gras in French. What does that translate to in English?
No, bad brain. Bad.
It's great,
Oh. We started off this quiz the wrong way. My brain has got wired for the wrong things.
Pancake Day is also known as Mardi Gras in French. What does Mardi Gras translate to?
Must not sing the song that's in my head right now because it gives the answer away.
Oh, okay.
How's the chat doing? Is everybody in the chat okay? Because I think all the brains here have melted. The brains.
John, you believe that we have brains to begin with?
Right?
I know I have a brain in here somewhere.
The brain
I
cell
know.
is flitting
Maybe
between
under the
them
table.
all.
I was gonna say, mine's in the fridge. Carrot of melting is terrible. What's that
question?
cake?
Question 5. Who invented the first Valentine's Day candy box? Who invented the first Valentine's Day candy box?
Sorry.
You're fine.
The door's open, so it's blowing.
It's all blowing right at me. That's fine though. It's fine. Probably as long as it's already anyways. Don't worry about it.
Who's blowing Angel?
Mom's smoking, but because the back door is open, the air current is causing the smoke to blow right in my direction.
You're right there, Ben.
His brain is wired a certain way at the moment, and you just triggered all of it.
Oh, it's almost like I intended to.
Sean says, my brain started as soup. There was no melting to do. Question 6. The record for the most pancake tosses in 1 minute is held by Australian Brad Jolly. How many pancakes did he toss in 60 seconds?
I don't know, but I'm very happy. No, why?
Yes, the most pancake tosses in 1 minute is held by Australian Brad Jolly.
Yeah. Are we talking about tossers or pancakes?
How many pancake tosses did he manage in 60 seconds?
Oh, he's gone again.
You're gone again.
How many pancake tosses did he manage in 60 seconds?
Closest without going over?
Sure.
All right.
How many pancake tosses did the fastest tosser in the world manage?
John, you are so... This is all your fault.
This is not all my fault,
The
but that one.
From an injury from laughing.
It's one of those things of, I don't think my heartbeat's supposed to do
It's such a rumba beat. Apparently, Rogue, your laugh tickles Sean.
Oh God, which laugh?
I don't know.
Your tickle laugh tickles someone. It's very interesting.
Question 7. What brain chemical is known as the cuddle or love hormone?
Oh, I know this one.
What brain chemical is known as the cuddle or love hormone?
And I know this one because of Legally Blonde.
Ben, just lift your chin up. We can see your lunch. That's so unpleasant.
What's it? You can see my lunch.
You were so slack-jawed we could see down your throat.
No. Okay.
Apparently,
we're having a conversation about this.
Apparently, Sean says the laugh that went with Rogue's blowing comment.
I don't even know which laugh it was.
Wrong. That's a wrong answer.
The next question.
It's a bad answer.
I'll give Rogue a couple of minutes to catch his breath. Focus, center, breathe.
I'm in the room.
You're in the room. Okay. This is a multiple choice question. A pancake landing is something you want to avoid, but what is it? Is it A, when a diver lands in the water belly first. B, when a boat is tossed against the coast. C, when an airplane lands without its wheels. Or D, when an angler pulls a fish from the water with too much force. A pancake landing is something you want to avoid, but what is it? Is a pancake landing when you land in the water belly first, when a boat is tossed against the coast, when an airplane lands without its wheels, or when an angler pulls a fish from the water with too much force?
I'm not gonna lie, but C just sounds horrifying.
It's the scenario that when I was a kid and flying a lot that I worried about the most.
Like, that's the kind of thing, like, that's why I don't fly. Nope.
Me, it's because
Flying's
I can't do
fine. It's safer than a car.
that. This is the thing. I don't have wings.
I keep doing this and nothing happens.
Ben, have you tried Red Bull?
I've been told to stop having the energy drinks. Something about running faster than the car.
Yabba dabba doo. It is now.
We got him again! We got him again!
Don't make my own jokes back to me! Son of a bitch!
It is now time for question 9. What insanely popular website debuted on Valentine's Day 2005? What insanely popular website debuted on Valentine's Day 2005?
I thought this was meant to be family friendly, John.
This website is mostly family friendly.
Try to be at least.
Oh. Right.
Well, I found something interesting out the other day, John.
Oh yeah?
About how much it costs to stream a single VOD on Twitch.
Oh yeah? How much?
So if you've got sort of like a moderate viewership of, say, a few thousand, Twitch won't make money on that because to stream that much data out costs anything from £1,000 to £3,000 for the stream.
Wow.
2-hour stream.
Question 10.
Hold on, what was question 9 again? Sorry, my fault.
What insanely popular website debuted on Valentine's Day 2005?
Thank you.
Question 10. As well as a pancake race, the seaside town of Scarborough celebrates Shrove Tuesday with which activity?
Sorry, say that again?
As well as having an annual pancake race, the seaside town of Scarborough celebrates Shrove Tuesday with which activity?
I say Scarborough's not far from here. I should know that. But I don't. That's what I my answer is what I want them to do instead.
Okay. We'll see if what you want them to do is also what they do.
Dude.
Good God.
I'm disappointed in both of you.
My brain's nearly gone.
John finished saying that and internally went, why did I do that?
What we don't realize is that John literally has a list of words and phrases to his side which he tries not to use.
I should.
Oy vey.
Angel,
Yes.
is everybody ready for some answers? Because it's now time for answers.
Okay.
Angel, in the Victorian era, mean-spirited Valentine's Day cards were called what Valentines?
Rude.
Angel Mama.
I put anti or un-Valentine.
Ben.
Sour Valentines.
Rogue.
True Valentines?
The answer I have is vinegar.
Oh,
They had vinegar Valentines, which were mean-spirited Valentine's Day cards.
I take objection to that because balsamic vinegar is lovely.
I was going to say, I'm sure they would have enjoyed that with their chips.
I wouldn't have balsamic vinegar with my chips. Salad, yes, not chips.
You're meant to use it on different things.
Well, you got malt vinegar, which is what they would use as the chippy. If they used proper vinegar rather than just the brown.
Chemical, yeah.
Because it does have a specific name, which I used to know. And they are not legally allowed to use the name vinegar in the UK to describe it. But like balsamic vinegar is what you would use on the salad with like olive oil and stuff.
Angel
You
Mama.
wouldn't use malt vinegar.
Yes.
Pancake Day is
I don't
also
know.
called Shrove
I know.
Tuesday.
It's a Jewish term, I believe, but I don't know what it refers to, I'm afraid.
Ben. What does Shrove mean?
Is it effectively emptying the pantry?
No. Rogue.
I thought it was like preparation for Lent.
I was sort of going with like the.
Because the nickname for Shrove Tuesday is Fat Tuesday, so I thought it might have been fat, but then you said it wasn't derogatory or you couldn't use it as a derogatory term, and so I thought that had to be wrong. So
Rogue.
that's just my.
My understanding is just something about along the theme of abstinence. That's about as close as I got.
Angel.
I had no idea, so I didn't even bother trying.
So, shrove is the past form of the verb shrive, which means receiving absolution for one's sins after confession and penance.
Oh.
So penance,
No wonder.
penitence day.
Yeah. I'm very sorry I did all that stuff. I'm going to give it
Tuesday.
up for Lent. I'm going to give it up for Valentine's Day.
I've given up a lot for Valentine's Day. The entire day.
The day.
I've just given up the entire day.
Okay, thankfully. Thank you.
Ben, when
Yes.
was the oldest Valentine's Day message written?
When St. Valentine was still alive.
Rogue.
I went with sort of just before Valentine's Day, I suppose.
Angel.
I'm pretty sure that the earliest one they found was ancient Egypt, wasn't it?
Angel Mama.
I was very specific. I said 1637.
The correct answer is 1415.
Ooh, it was even earlier.
Wow.
Okay.
The earliest known example of a Valentine message was a poem written by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London after he was captured at the Battle of Agincourt. The greeting was written in 1415 and is at the British Library at the moment. The
Do we have a-
oldest.
do we have a- Do you have a date, like a day date for that by any chance?
It does not specify.
Because like
Does it-
clearly he did write that just before Valentine's Day.
I imagine that as he was in London and she was in France, there was a certain amount of, like, quite a way before Valentine's Day to get it delivered in time. The earliest known example of a poem or a Valentine's message written in English was written in Norfolk.
Nah.
No fucking way.
The love letter dates to 1477 and was from Marjorie Bruce to her fiancé, John Paston.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute.
Rogue. What does Mardi Gras translate to?
Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
Didn't I just say that?
Yep, you did, which is great because you said it on the wrong question, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Cool, I know I'm not the only one getting this right."
I said I got this one wrong.
Who, Angel? Who invented the
Yeah.
first Valentine's Day candy box?
Cadbury's?
Yeah, Richard Cadbury.
Holy shit!
Really?
Oh,
That was a guess as well for me. Yay!
Well, I
I
figured
wasn't expecting
Cadbury's is
that.
older than Hershey's, so that's why I went with Cadbury's.
Yeah.
Law, if you think that a filthy letter can't be cute, then I'm so sorry for you.
Angel.
Time to do something.
Angel
Where's
Mama.
my writing quill?
Angel Mama.
Sorry, who's talking? Yes.
Australian Brad Jolly tossed so many pancakes in 60 seconds. How many was it?
I said 106.
Ben.
I presume that maybe he was using both hands, so instead 120.
Rogue.
I am apparently very much underestimating people. I went with 30.
Angel.
I kind of had the same thought as Ben, but I thought he probably needed time to move, so I went with 115.
Ben is the closest without going over.
Well done.
Oh, wow!
Damn.
The correct answer is he managed to toss 140 pancakes
Wow.
in Sydney in 2012.
That's more than 2 a second.
Well,
Shut up. That's just wild.
I
Yeah.
lost track of who I asked that to first. Who was that?
That was Angel Mama.
Ben. What brain chemical is
Yeah.
known as the cuddle or love hormone?
fair part. No, we were talking about this in the car, and I forgot about it. Sorry, Law. I ended up putting down dopamine, which I know is probably the wrong one.
Rogue.
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
Fun fact: oxytocin is credited with
That's the group.
essentially change. So there was a study done on this, and the fact that when allegedly, I am not a biologist. Do not take this as hard fast biology. It's me remembering something from years ago. They apparently did a study, and the incredibly powerful, when a woman will give birth, or a person will give birth. Let's not be binary thinking here. The oxytocins that is produced actually changes for both the mother for their child as well as the mother for the other parent. The oxytocin associated with the other parent actually drops in production, switching essentially the chemical relationship to be stronger for the child versus the parent. So quite literally, mothers fall out of love with the father of the baby, which is so messed up. Like, what?
Well, the sheer amount of pain you're going through, and who caused that?
I've not given birth, so again, don't take this as biological advice, but I do believe you can't actually physically remember the pain.
You
In
can't.
the same way that you can remember an injury.
It's like being stabbed in the stomach with a sword. It's just because you don't remember the pain afterwards doesn't mean you want to go and do it again really soon.
Yeah.
Because you remember it fucking hurt.
I get stabbed with a sword regularly.
I can kick you in the balls right now, and you might not remember the pain, but you don't want me to do it again.
I mean, I'm going to throw it out there. It's going to take you several hours to get to him.
Yeah. But it is true. It's the body's way of coping. Otherwise, people wouldn't have multiple children.
Yeah, it's basically your body going, okay, we're gonna wait this out because you need to do this.
We're gonna stop talking about this now because we didn't say what's the pain of childbirth like question was not in there.
I was gonna say I feel very much.
We're just gonna.
I think I'd be out of my depth if that question came up.
We're gonna focus back on the questions I did ask you about, and I'm gonna say, Rogue, what is a pancake landing?
I went with A. It's like some variant on a belly flop.
Angel.
I went with C because I was pretty sure that's what it is a belly flop, so I went with C.
Okay, so C was a plane landing without its wheels.
No, what I mean is I knew A was a belly flop, so that's why I went with C.
Okay. You are correct.
That still sounds horrifying.
A pancake landing is when a plane lands without its wheels.
I don't sort of throw in one little justification. Controlled landing without its wheels.
Yes. It usually only happens from very low altitudes when the airplane stalls. It's not too dangerous, but you probably still want to avoid it.
Was that guy who had to land in the river in New York, if you recall, because his landing gear was out? The Hudson?
Oh,
Yeah.
the whole film, yeah.
That was a
Sorry.
pancake landing. And that's what he was trying to avoid, because
I thought it was
more
because
dangerous.
his engines went out, not because of the
Yeah,
landing
it
gear.
flew into the engine.
Yeah, the gear was a
But
problem
the
too. He couldn't
landing
get
gear
any
didn't
of
go
the
down
airport.
either.
Yeah,
But
everything was like that.
But the
I
other
need to
side of
watch
things,
that
they literally couldn't get to any place to land anyway. The Hudson was about the
Yeah,
only option.
yeah. So he went in the Hudson, but that was actually a brilliant idea because it coasted rather than dragged. Because over in England and in the United States, any usable road is also a landing strip.
The when we were over in New York last year, we went on a riverboat tour, and I have photos of where the plane landed in the Hudson from the boat, because one of the key things with what made that place so good to land is it was immediately between like 3 different riverboat docks. So there was very quickly people able to get there and help people who were suddenly on a plane that is not designed to be in the middle of the Hudson.
No.
Because the plane's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It's not one of the one. It's. I don't think it's in the flight sims. It might have been added.
Moving along, Angel, what insanely popular website debuted on Valentine's Day 2005?
Look at YouTube.
It was.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought because it was Valentine's Day, I was thinking like Match.com or one of those.
I was thinking that
I did put down OK Cupid.
Insanely popular, and I knew YouTube came out around that time.
So oddly enough, Ben's not entirely off base with OK Cupid, because YouTube originally was a video dating website.
Yeah.
You were encouraged to upload a video about yourself to match with potential dates.
Hence the name.
I wonder if there's any out there still. That would be cool.
Sure they are.
Angel Mama.
Me. Yeah.
What do they do in the town of Scarborough other than pancake races to celebrate Shrove Tuesday?
No idea. So I put down they did that wife carry,
Okay.
or they do the cheese down the hill.
No, that's in Gloucestershire.
No, they don't. Ben.
I had no idea, so I put chasing cheese down the hill.
Rogue. I'm really curious to hear this.
Oh, I went with pork pie eating contest.
Very nice. I'm
Angel.
down
That's
for
what
that.
I want.
Wherever that is.
I want that.
Angel.
Oh, it was a technically correct answer. I went with a church service.
Well,
I'm not wrong.
they probably do that as well, or at least some people do that as well, probably. The answer that I have written down is that they do rope skipping.
How adorable.
And
Well,
I'm going to
that's
say,
my school.
Ben, how did you do?
I got 2 points. Getting to the lead.
Rogue.
Not quite the leading point this time.
I got 4 points.
Heart Feather.
3.
Well done.
And Poison Maiden.
1.
It is all to play for in the final round as
I know. I told you I wanted to really high score. I was doing
Ground.
so well.
What is the
Ground
current
Control
spread?
has 13. Questing again has 16. Heart Feather has 17. And Poison Maiden has 18.
Yeah,
So
really messing my score.
So I need to get a perfect round to have a chance of first, really.
Yes.
Was distracting Angel Mama enough?
This round is
Right, how do I
multiple
get a
choice.
how do I send a kissogram?
This round
Hold
is
on, I'll open up my commissions.
this round
No,
is
it has
on
to be now, Ben.
this round is on weird winter sports and it is multiple choice.
Eddie the Eagle.
Wait for me to
that
give
was
you
my,
the multiple choices.
Oh.
Which country is the only one to have won a medal at every Olympic Winter Games? USA, UK, or Germany? Which country is the only one to have won a medal at every Olympic Winter Games? US, UK, or Germany?
I'd be very sad if this is wrong. Apologies for anyone who's looking at me intently. I am now eating a pork pie. I'm going to be as delicate as I can.
So,
Is that where you got your inspiration from?
I like pork pie.
There was a pork pie just out of shot.
It's the easiest way to my heart.
I mean, if
Or
we're
a
gonna do
knife.
that, something.
Cheesecake.
I do have cream eggs here, but we're not allowed to be sexual when it comes down to this side of things. And my God,
Question
I'm not
2.
when I eat one of those.
Law wants a pork pie. That's not the question, that's a statement. The question...
True.
Question 2. Fill in the blank. Blank is a sport in which players throw stones on a sheet of ice towards a target area. Luge, curling, or skjorging. Sean says...
I don't even care what the answer is. I need to know what the third one is immediately.
Sean says, I want a cream egg. Law says, save them for me. Hands off those bloody cream eggs, you meanie.
You guys can have the cream eggs. I want the Reese's one full of peanut butter.
I want a Scotch egg.
I mean, I have, just next to me at my desk, I happen to have my Reese's peanut butter snowman from Christmas that I need to tuck into at some point soon.
You're so lucky I didn't see that because I can guarantee I would have stolen it.
I was just, she's actually panting here right now.
I have something even better.
Angel,
I have
Yeah?
something better than any food.
you slept in the same room as it when you were here last week.
Oh.
Not to invade your privacy.
How about you dig through those shells, girl?
Law is being very threatening to you, Ben.
Quick, are you trying to use shiny things to distract people, John?
I'm sorry, but
Help me here.
shiny does not win over peanut butter.
I was going to say over Reese's.
I don't know if pewter tastes like peanut butter.
It doesn't.
We have lost Ben, yes.
Laura threatened to marry him just so she could divorce him, and now he's just in a spiral.
He's now waving a white flag.
Sweet. So that's Ben out of the quiz.
Question 3. We'll get back on this topic. Question 3. Which city has hosted both the Winter and Summer Olympics? Which city has hosted both the Winter and Summer Olympics? Turin, Innsbruck, or Beijing?
Can you say those again, please?
Which city has hosted both the Winter and Summer Olympics? Turin, Innsbruck, Beijing. And Law says, to be fair, Rogue, I genuinely was distracted by the shiny things, trying to see what they were. As Ben was spiraling, I'm like, ooh, treasure.
Oh, now that it can be appreciated, this is what I got when I went to demonstrate sword stuff. It's a tiny pewter fire-breathing dragon.
Oh.
On a chain. It's a little too big to be a necklace, sadly. Because, you'd feel that bouncing on your chest if you went to the club.
Who goes clubbing?
Yeah, I know, right?
Question
Clubbing?
4.
Look at that.
Me? Give me vodka, Red Bull, and some loud music.
Question 4. Which of the following hockey teams, ice hockey teams, has the most Stanley Cups? The Montreal Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, or the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Look, they're all Canadian. They're all Canadian teams. Now I don't know.
Sorry, can you repeat the answers? Because I got completely distracted by Law claiming I just saved Ben's marriage to them.
The Montreal
Only if
Red
I
Wings.
get a pewter dragon and green eggs.
The Montreal Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, or the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Ooh, I've got something which I think, John, you will want to show at the end of the quiz, just so that just because I imagine people will enjoy in the chat will enjoy it. This is something I resisted buying, and I'm going to order once my next paycheck comes in.
Oh dear.
Which I think most of the chat will quite enjoy.
I'm also not sure what you said, Rogue, but Sean says, party with Rogue when?
So I do in fact go to clubs. Give me vodka and Red Bull.
It is now time for the next question, which is question 5. Clubbing, yes. I'm with you now. I've caught up with the conversation that was going on while I was having a different conversation somewhere else in my other brain cells. Question 5.
You liar, you don't have any other brain cells.
Which of the following countries has won the most Winter Olympic medals? Which of the following countries has won the most Winter Olympics medals? Norway, Sweden, or Canada? Sean says, I've got alt night coming up very soon. Gonna dance to rock music for hours. Very excited.
Take me with you.
You're at the wrong end of the country.
I don't care. Take me with you.
I wanted to go to Alpala with my friend. because they had a woman in it for the first time this year.
Not
And the only
just
reason they couldn't go last time it was booked was because COVID happened.
not just the north-south end rogue, but the east-west also.
Right, so you're saying that I need to drive to Cornwall?
Stop just a little bit before Cornwall, Devon.
So not Somerset.
No.
Which is a very bad attempt at a Somerset accent. My God.
No, you've got to aim for heaven, but miss.
Somerset. No, it's not quite right either.
Sian says, yeah, essentially. I don't know which one she's essentially agreeing to, whether it's saying heaven and miss, or drive towards Cornwall and stop a bit short.
I say there are only two places that have the legitimacy to claim being heaven on earth by virtue of being God's county,
Cornwall,
which is Yorkshire, Yorkshire, or Northumbria.
No, that's Pizza Hut or Subway.
Question 6.
You think that's what heaven looks like? Really underpaid workers wait doing all the stuff.
Angel has simple tastes.
Angel is apparently a corporate overlord.
We are going to now go to question 6. Skiing is the most popular winter sport in the US. Which US state is home to the largest number of ski resorts, with more than 50 of them? Michigan, New York, or Wisconsin?
Oh.
Skiing is the most popular winter sport in the US, but which US state is home to the largest number of ski resorts? Michigan, New York, or Wisconsin?
Like the most of that list? So I don't think any of those are correct.
Yeah, because I read my answer before I realised he was giving us choices. And then I realised what my answer was going to be wasn't on that list.
Yeah, same.
Crap.
No, it is the most in the US.
The most
Cool. I have no idea. Ben, if you've got a ski resort inside you, go see a doctor.
What if I intentionally put it there?
Still see a doctor.
It is now
Maybe
time
a different
for...
one.
It's now time for question 7. Now time for question 7. In 2022, 222 athletes competed as part of Team USA in the Winter Olympics. Which state had the highest number of native athletes? California, Colorado, or Minnesota?
Trying to think of the weather of each of those states, because if it's the Winter Olympics,
Not that that really matters too much. Let's face it, artificial everything.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we have ski resorts over here is like, squeeze me?
Look, they have ski resorts in Dubai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but that's Dubai. Come on.
they have everything in Dubai.
They could afford to buy every ski resort.
Heck, I wouldn't be
Yes,
surprised if
Dubai can afford to buy everything.
You've got the cause and effect the wrong way round. They can afford the ski resort because we're all lunatics who will go there because it's like, it's hot, but there's snow. Jolly good showing, boy. We must go on holiday there.
What ho! Allow me to get my safari hat and pipe, and I will be right with you. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
It is now time for question 8.
Keep going, John. Ignore me.
I'm trying my best.
Keep powering through, John. Keep powering through.
This is another
Remake it here for you.
This is another fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Blank is a sport similar to ice hockey, but played with a ball instead of a puck. Blank is a sport similar to ice hockey, played with a ball instead of a puck. Is that ice boating, bossa ball, or bandy?
To be fair, you could have made all three of those up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genuinely, I was half expecting John to just go, lacrosse.
It's one of those things where I wanted to be bossa ball and have it originated in Australia.
Oh,
Bossa
actually,
ball,
I found something out about American football the other day. Because so an American was complaining about the UK copying the USA by having rugby, and like one, rugby was invented first, only by a few years, but it was invented first. But hilariously, apparently, it was taken over to America by a Scotsman, where they were playing like an English sport, taught them by a Scotsman using Australian rules.
Well, Harry just handed out the MVP, I think it was. And, you know, that dork with the red hair used to be in the royal family. And he made
Harry?
a big deal about talking about the fact that the Americans stole rugby and that they shortened the season, added more padding, stopped every 2 minutes. He just slagged them off. And then he hands out this award. It's like, dude, God knows how much they paid you to stand up there, and all you're doing is slagging them off. It was awful. It was cringeworthy.
Sorry, the rugby player in me loves that he did that.
It's now time for question 9.
I just love the drama.
Which of the following athletes is the most decorated American Winter Olympian? Apollo Anton Ono, Shaun White, or Bonnie Blair? Which of the following athletes is the most decorated American Winter Olympian? Apollo Anton Ono, Shaun White, or Bonnie Blair?
I think it's probably going to be the one with the best budget in costumes.
I'm like, if they're good enough that I've heard their name, then they probably want to go.
Hang on, wait. But by that logic, Tony Hawk is the most decorated skateboarder, and that's not true.
But nobody recognizes him anywhere. He's like under some sort of strange, like.
I love it. It's great.
I know.
That he can't be recognized by people, even if he hands them ID.
Like his passport, airport passport. The check-in lady is all like the skateboarder. I wonder what he's doing nowadays.
Taking a flight, damn it.
My favorite part is he just goes on with it. Anyway, just goes along with it any time.
He's come to accept his curse. Finally, question 10 time. Where are the 2026 Winter Olympics scheduled to take place? Pyeongchang,
Oh no.
Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, or Calgary? Where are the 2026 Winter Olympics scheduled to take place? Pyeongchang, Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, or Calgary?
Second one again, 3 times fast.
No.
It's amazing how the pronunciation seems to change.
The answer is spicy meatball. Oh dear, that's terrible. No, it'd be a frosty meatball because it's the Winter Olympics. Oh god. Just end it now, Sean. End me.
You got another 10 seconds.
Well, until Rogue's ended.
Yes. 5.
Give me a
4,
count, John.
3, 2, 1. Done.
Well, it's got to be said, Sean is very efficient.
Right. It is now time for some answers. And for this, I'm going to say, Angel Mama, which country is the only one to have won a medal at every Olympic Winter Games?
Well, I hope this is right. I was going to go with the obvious answer, but I went with a less obvious answer. I put Germany.
That is not the right answer. Ben.
No. Would have gone with the
I
obvious.
also put Germany.
I
Rogue.
thought Germany was the obvious.
USA.
Rogue.
I went
Dead,
with the
remember?
I went with the USA.
You are correct.
That's the obvious answer. And I think it wasn't.
Keep it. Sometimes you gotta keep it simple, stupid.
I know.
Ben,
Big horses, not zebras.
Yes.
which was the sport that is players throw stones in on a sheet of ice towards a target area?
Paul just farted. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
my dog just tooted and it's rank, juicy. Oh,
Oh, that's the kind of one that makes your mouth water.
Why?
Ben,
Why would it make your mouth water?
Ben, for the love of God, give us an answer.
I gave one, but it was sort of covered up by a dog fart, which they were tasting. I said curling.
You are correct, sir. Also,
Oh, tasting dog farts. Jeez.
also because everybody
gonna get to you.
everybody has requested it, I have looked up scourging,
Oh, thank God.
which is a sport where a person on skis is pulled by a horse, dog, other animal, or motor vehicle.
It sounds right.
That
sounds
sounds
like fun.
amazing.
Good
That
night,
does
my
sound like
dear.
fun.
And Lorna,
Night,
say
Law.
good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night, Law.
It was a dog fart, one that.
Take me with you.
To be fair, like this quiz, I think every time this quiz happens, there's a good 40% chance of a dog farting.
For further scourging information, it comes from the Norwegian word that means ski driving, and took place as a exhibition sport at the 1928 Winter Olympic Games.
Oh,
Unironically, that sounds like a lot of fun. Just imagine a team of huskies. So it's rather than having the sled, you've just got your skis and you're sort of leaning against the pull of the huskies. That'd be kind of
Oh.
dope.
do that with a snowboard.
I mean, yeah, you could do it on a snowball, but this seems more entertaining.
I mean, that's really just the name of the stream, Sean.
What did you say?
Not desperately trying to get back on track.
Rogue,
That's all the story.
Yes?
which city has
Lots
hosted
of
both
crap.
the Winter and Summer Olympics?
I went with Beijing.
You are correct to have gone with Beijing.
Woo!
Angel, which of the following hockey teams has the most Stanley Cups?
The Toronto Maple Leafs?
Angel Mama.
Red Wings.
Ben.
Oh,
I also put down the Maple Leaves.
Rogue.
the Red Wings.
I mean, I put down the Maple Leaves, but by process of deduction, it must be the Canadian. It must be the Montreal Canadiens.
It is. You don't get a point for it, but it is.
The Red Wings kicked ass for years. I wonder when they got knocked off their totem pole. My ex used to watch the Red Wings. We used to, because it was really, really good. They had an amazing team, but of course that was back in the early aughts. So there's been time. I'm supposed to be knocked down or knocked off their pedestal. You okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was just nasty.
Yeah, it was.
The
Have
Red
you,
Wings.
Have you guys considered? Sorry.
The Red Wings have 11 Stanley Cup wins. The Canadiens have 24.
Bloody hell.
Damn.
They have won the Stanley Cup more than any other franchise. 23 victories since the founding of the NHL. 22 since 1927, when the NHL teams became the only ones to compete for the Stanley Cup. They've won it a lot. A lot.
That's a lot.
There was it must have been, I guess when we were watching it, there must have been like a cluster of years when the
Yeah.
Red Wings. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Because it did seem like it was a
They
given
did it a lot
almost.
at one point.
Yeah, but it was, I tell you why, it was because that Russian, he kicked butt. He was so good.
Angel
His
Mama,
name was
which of the following countries
me.
has won the most Winter Olympic medals?
Canada?
It is not. Ben.
Oh, wow.
Sweden.
Rogue, I feel that you can process of elimination this if you didn't write down the right answer at this point.
I did write down the right answer. It is Norway.
It is Norway. Ben, which US state of the three listed has is the home to the largest number of ski resorts?
I said Michigan.
Rogue.
I'm going to kick myself if this is wrong, but I went with Wisconsin.
Start kicking yourself. The correct answer is New York.
Wow.
New York has 52 ski resorts.
Wow.
Michigan has...
No, mechanically this is going to be difficult.
Yeah, maybe work that out later. So the
Plus,
three
it's
that
gonna
were
look on
listed
camera.
there, the three, New York, Michigan, and Wisconsin, are the top three of states that have the most. New York has 52 ski resorts. Michigan has 39. And Wisconsin has 33.
How
I'm
much
just
is
trying to think
Colorado
where
have?
in Michigan.
Northern
Colorado
That's not bad.
is fourth place and has 32.
Oh, so like it's literally one shy of
One
the pedal.
shy
Yeah,
of
but
Wisconsin.
Colorado has the posh ones.
Yeah.
Colorado has the exclusive ones, where all the celebs go.
Rogue. In 2022, 222 athletes competed as part of the Team USA at the Winter Olympics. Which state had the highest number of native athletes?
For no other reason than I really just want this state to have this. Minnesota.
Angel.
Colorado.
Angel Mama.
Ditto, I put Colorado.
Ben.
I also put Minnesota.
It's California.
Huh.
As you can
I mean,
probably
yeah,
tell, because I kept
fuck,
asking.
sheer amount of people is the obvious one, but I wanted something for Minnesota.
Question 8. Angel, I
Unloved
believe.
state.
Yes.
Fill in the blank. This is a sport similar to ice hockey, but played with a ball instead of a puck.
Basketball?
I'm afraid not. Angel Mama.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Ben.
Because it sounded cool.
That's what I put as well.
Rogue.
Don't even ask.
Okay.
What is basketball?
The correct answer is bandy, is the sport we're looking for here. Ice boating is boating over ice. You basically take a sailboat and you put it on skates and you go over the ice.
Wow.
Bossa ball is
That's fun.
a sport that originated in Brazil. It's not a winter sport. It's a ball game played between two teams on an inflatable court with a trampoline on either side of a net that combines volleyball, football, gymnastics, music together somehow.
This is
John, we're going to need a demonstration. Can you start in the background?
Can we please have a stream of Bossable?
No.
Like, I feel like we just need to do that as a reaction stream. That's just amazing.
I'll see if I can find somehow way to do that, but it's played in Brazil, but it has also been played in Argentina, Mexico, Turkey, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, Germany, France, Switzerland, Portugal, Greece, Austria, Italy, Slovenia, Hungary, the Czech Republic, Romania, Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Singapore, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Paraguay. It's a game.
Right, so we need to set up the first Bossable game in the UK.
Yeah. It's a game played between two teams of 4 people. The aim for each team is to ground the ball on the opponent's field. The height of the net in between both fields can be adjusted for different levels, such as professionals versus intermediate versus beginners versus children. Players are not allowed to touch the net and always have to remain with at least one body part on their side of the net. One player is positioned on a trampoline, the others are around the trampoline. The player from the serving team throws or kicks the ball into the air and attempts to hit the ball so that it passes over the net on a course such that it will land on the opposing team's court. The opposing team must make a combination of no more than 5 touches of the ball to get it back on the other side.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I was fully expecting it to be like everyone's on a trampoline. But no. You got only one person's on a trampoline.
Yes.
What? That somehow makes it more daft. That's amazing.
One person is on a trampoline, everybody else is on like a giant inflatable castle thing.
That's freaking wild.
And apparently
that makes my brain.
The scoring...
What did they smoke before they came up with this?
The scoring works differently if you score with either a volley touch, where you've touched the ball with your hands, or a football touch, where you have touched it with any part of the body other than your hands.
Oh my god. So, like, you could do, like, a scorpion kick off a trampoline to score a point?
Yes.
That sounds amazing!
So the 2 different point scoring levels are you score a point... I'm going completely off the topic here, but Bossable apparently deserves it. We'll get back to the quiz in a second, but you either score 1 point if you volley touch the ball onto the opponent's side of the playing field, or 3 points if you get it into the opponent's trampoline.
Ooh.
And then if you football touch the ball, you get 3 points for landing it on the opponent's side, or 5 if you football touch it into the trampoline. First to 21 and 2 points ahead of the other team gets the set.
Damn.
Here I thought cricket was complicated.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Back to your regularly scheduled quiz. My brain's it's soup now. I completely forget who's meant to be answering this, so I'm going to say, Ben, which of the following athletes is the most decorated American Winter Olympian?
Well, I said the only one which I actually heard of before, Shaun White.
No. Did anyone have an answer other than Shaun White?
Bonnie Blair.
Also no, it's the third one.
The one that none of us wrote because it was too complicated to try and figure out what letters were included in the name.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I mean,
The one
that
that
wasn't
I'm
my
super
rationale, but sure.
He is an 8 times medalist. He got 2 gold, 2 silver, and 4 bronze.
Wow.
He is an American short track speed skater. Sean White has been to the Olympics.
He's just a famous snowboarder, I'm guessing.
He's a snowboarder. He's been to the Olympics. He has the most gold medals as a snowboarder, but it doesn't tell me how many, which is helpful with a very quick Google. I'm just going to look up Bonnie Blair and see if it lets me know how many medals she has. She got 6.
Okay.
She got 5 gold and a bronze.
Oh.
So she got
Good
more
girl.
gold,
Yeah.
but not the most medals.
Mm.
All right, John, put us out of our misery. What's the last question? I'm
Rogue.
twiddling my hair too much.
Rogue, where are the 2026 Winter Olympics scheduled to take place?
I went with Calgary.
No. Angel.
I went with Milan.
Correct.
Wait, no. Jen, you got to give the full name.
Fuck that. I can tell you why I picked Milan.
Mulan.
Because of the film, Mulan.
No, because we just had the Beijing Games recently,
Yeah.
and then we've had games in Canada recently, like in at least the last 10 years. So the only logical place to go would be Milan.
Yeah, Calgary was recently, and also the Invictus Games are coming up, and they're going to be in Canada. Where's Calgary?
Okay, that is all of the questions. Ben, how did you do that round?
I got 3 points.
Ground control.
Magic home.
I thought I was doing really well for the first half of this, and then I got nothing afterwards. So I got a grand total of 4.
Ooh.
Heart feather.
I got 3 again.
And poison maiden.
3.
Oh. Ground control has 17. Questing again has 19. Heart feather has 20. And the poison maiden has 21.
Yay.
Good job.
Like, thank you. It's only because I kicked ass in those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, you did.
There are like 3 points between it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously close. But
This is, I think, the tightest we've ever had.
I think so.
yeah.
I
Well
would
done,
somebody that
everyone.
actually- I would love for somebody to get into the 30s, because it's like, that would be hella good. You know what I mean?
Well, I suppose that all comes down to what Rogue's gonna choose for us next.
That is
Well, I'm
a
not gonna be
certain
here.
element of it.
I'm definitely not going to be here for the next one. I will be either in Arkansas or Colorado. It depends on what
Will
we
you
do.
stop running away from these problems?
They have the
You
internet.
join us from America. Yeah.
It'll be the middle of the
I hear
afternoon.
I hear they invented it over there.
They like
What's
to think
that?
so.
I was going to say, they like to claim it.
Rogue,
Well, I'm a
what
lot
would
of
you
things.
like the specialist subject to be next month?
Do I just be an ass and go with Italian side sword? You know what? Let's go with something along that theme: swordsmanship or swordsman.
Swordsman.
Yeah. That way it's
Swordsman
not
slash
entirely just me.
swordsmanship.
That way people can at least reference swords people from movies rather than just like What is a falsamanco?
I was going to say for a second there, we're going down the routes of autopsy again.
Well,
I'm going to get qualified for that one.
We could. if I was an ass, I would.
Tune in.
Can I pay for the sword?
Tune in next month for a round on swordsman and or swordsmanship. I might look into also. I've got Michael Bay on the back burner of questions to topics to have questions written about.
I thought you said we had him on the back burner. You were going to call him in next time.
Yeah, just gonna get him in to deliver a couple of questions.
I thought I was just going to fill in the place for Angel Mama.
You
You need a big personality to fit in there. Michael Bay is just about right.
Thank you. Michael Bay doesn't hold a candle to my mother.
I've started getting some questions on asterisks and obelisks, but asterisks and obelisk. I'm gonna save those for later. Gonna give you time to do some research into those, while I do research into them to get the questions. But yeah, we'll have probably Michael Bay next month, as well as 2 other things that I'll have to come up with between then and now. And this is the reason I don't brief you guys on what it is until I've written it, because
So the Michael Bay ones, are all the answers going to be explosions?
Some might be lens flare and or scantily clad women and or make everything orange and blue.
No. Enemy has to be grey. Giant and grey. How else will we know that they're any enemy?
Or generally be a bit of an ass to your female stars.
Yeah.
Michael Bay is not a nice man.
No. Anyway, we will be back with all of that stuff next month. But in the meantime, we have a Discord you can join to chat with us about the games we're playing and things that we're doing. We have a YouTube channel where you can catch up with all of the previous videos and see what we've been up to. And we have a website, www. Maybe type a few
I think you'll use a few too many.
Well, he's having a stroke.
finalbossfight.co.uk, where you'll be able to find all of the written content, all of the videos, links to the Discord and the YouTube channel so that you can follow us on both of those, as well as the ever-expanding FBF podcast network, where you'll be able to hear all of the D&D adventures, all of the Call of Cthulhu campaign is going up on there at the moment. And in the not-too-distant future, next month, we're starting a new role-playing game.
Yes.
That Ben is going to be running.
Oh, you're all in trouble now.
And,
Wait, you're not playing. What the hell?
and that means
Right.
I get to play a game. Yay.
Would you like to play a game?
Yes. That's why I asked Ben to run it.
Yes.
We're going to now go over to the credits, and we're going to look at what is coming up in the following couple of days. These things. Oh, you want more?
That's
tomorrow.
it. We're over. Quick. Someone reset the John box. We're done. We're gone.
Tomorrow
This
night.
poor man is broken.
Tomorrow night, Rime of the Frost Maiden continues as the group has to deal with the fact that they have now been proclaimed the heroes of Icewind Dale for saving the 10 towns from the rampaging Shardalen dragon, or Chardalen dragon. I pronounce it one way and everybody complains it's wrong, but I'm also God, so screw you.
I think the power's finally gone to his head.
4 of the
We're
10
going.
towns.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
4 of the 10
See you
towns.
on the other side.
4 of the 10 towns have fallen to the Shardalen dragon, but 6 of them still stand thanks to the actions of the heroes, and the dragon itself has fallen. So they are now picking up the pieces and working out where they need to go next. On Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Angel is going to be playing a random game from the wheel of what the hell do I play tonight? Because they've decided that playing one game until the end is really hard when it's a long game, and
That's true.
And the wheel helps them to keep balance.
As
Also,
all things should be.
Ben has redeemed a stretch, so that's why I'm stretching. On Monday this week, I'm going to be playing Marvel Midnight Suns. On Tuesday, Blades in the Dark continues as we face the consequences of our actions. We stole something from the wrong man, and he wants us to steal something from even wronger people to pay him back. On Wednesday, we are going to continue.
So does that mean that 2 wrongs will make things right?
Two wrongs will mean that the person that is aggrieved with us at the moment won't kill us.
Well, that's important, at least.
We then might have to work out what to do if the next person along the chain gets upset. But that's a problem for future us. Wednesday, we're going to be continuing to try and get the highest level of enchanting setup on our modded Minecraft setup. And then Thursday, the Foxy Boy will be back with some more Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode run, where he has now got to the Druid Grove and is starting to collect the party, and the mods that he has are really starting to kick in, because he has mods that mean everyone in the party is in the party all the time.
Oh, wow.
So he doesn't need to leave anybody at the camp. Everybody is on the road at all times.
Whoa.
He also has other mods that make the game harder, and it's honor mode, which means it's permadeath and you can't go back and save. It's fun times.
Huh.
We are now gonna do a raid. We're gonna do a raid. Let's raid into Kaidarath, who is playing some Skull and Bones. Go give Kaida some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.